We are going to pick out our favourite bits of the Giro, though, and there have been so many moments to choose from. I think a lot of people, Dan, will agree with your pick, though. Yes. What was yours?
Well, I got in early because I knew everyone would be thinking about this one. The return of Julian Alaphilippe for that spectacular statement.
As we know and love him.
Yes. Lulu, Juju. I mean, I had a sort of fear in my mind that we were never going to see the old Alaphilippe again, that he'd still be his normal flamboyant self, but not able to carry off the really big wins in that spectacular style. Well, I think we also thought that during the stage when he went off the front with Mirko Maestri, like, what on earth are you doing? You know, this is not peak Alaphilippe. You can't do this anymore. You've got to be tactically a bit more astute. But he didn't need that. He just went off the front for about 120 kilometres on a two-up at an incredible average speed. But it's just the way that he rides that I think is so good for the sport. You know, you need riders like that to really animate things, and for children growing up, getting into cycling, to have heroes like that makes a huge difference. And it made it even better that Maestri was such a fan of him as well.
That's what I was going to say, actually, and it's lovely to see his jubilance as well at the finish. And I had to pick my favourite part of the race after you, and I've just remembered that that was actually one of my favourites as well. Not the Alaphilippe part, which was magnificent, but the Mirko Maestri sharing of that moment together, and Julian Alaphilippe going over and congratulating him essentially for being such a big part of that day. And we got to see an interview that Paul Di Cometa released with Maestri that was set to the most wonderful piano music of Ludovico Einaudi, and I had to walk away after 10 seconds. I walked away from the interview because I was in tears. It was absolutely beautiful. Which brings me to the reason that I've chosen my pick, which was Georg Steinhauser's win. And the reason I loved it so much was the tears. I loved him. I love it. No, this is what it means to people. This is his dad watching in the studio in Germany. He was a professional rider himself, of course. He knows exactly what it takes to get to this level. He insisted his son complete a metalwork apprenticeship, I think it was, before he was allowed to turn professional. So unpredictable and unstable a career he thought this to be for his son, and the fact that he got to watch this, I mean, on international television, really. I think that's a lovely moment for the family as well. And afterwards, we got to hear from Matty Breschel, the sports director, and he was incredibly emotional about it as well. And the reason I love this is we don't get inside the dressing rooms of other sports in that same way. We don't get the immediate reaction, the human, raw emotion in the way we do with cycling. And this is why I find it so beautiful and poetic and romantic and magnificent, Nathan.
No, I can understand, because his father was there in his good days, but also in the times that he maybe was a bit sick of cycling. Like, you also have these moments, and then to see your son win on win in the Giro on television, and these are beautiful images.
It might have been that they just played him a really sad film just to get the social media clip.
The way it all came together, complex.
You cynic!
The way it came together with Dad in the studio crying and everything he's gone through. And speaking of metalwork, it was riveting television.
You're going to make me cry for very different reasons. That was actually really good.
You're welcome.
I'm impressed with that. I love a dad joke, and you've become the king of dad jokes. Awful. Nathan, please move things along. What was your favourite bit of the race?
I forgot now.
You don't have a pun anyway. I think it was...
No, I still know. Producer Peter's already saying it in my ear, but I still know it's...
Don't worry, he's doing it for dramatic effect.
It's the stage win by Thomas.
Yeah.
I just love to see when the sprinter teams, they're just gambling a little bit, and the team cars, they're like, no, we let the other team chase first, and then here they just came too late, and these guys they didn't wait for the burn sprint, knowing they had no chance, and then to give Cofidis his first win this season in the Giro D'Italia is very special. Yeah,
speaking of emotion, that was a huge day for him and for the team. Robbie, what was your top pick then? I dread to think.
Well, it's the opposite of this. Although I love this moment, because I love all different moments, and we all love a surprise. So we saw that day in DeLuca, the break stay away, and Benjamin Thomas win. But my moment of the Giro that the whole run, it gives you goosebumps as it's about to come on, into Napoli. We had Jonathan Narvaez attacked from mid-range, and it looked like he was almost going to make it. Then you thought, oh, Trek, they're going to catch him. Here comes Jonathan Milan. We're going to get the expected result, or are we? Yes, they're going to catch him. Milan's going to win. No. Olaf Boy comes over the top. It changed, and it morphed, and it had us all feeling heartbroken for Jonathan Narvaez. And then the surprise of Olaf Koy. I mean, the guy's only 22 years old. He's been winning on the World Tour for a few seasons now, but Jumbo-Visma have had a tough run of late.
Visma Liesberg.
Yeah.
Visma Liesberg, yeah, of course, I did
Well
it.
done.
I did it on purpose.
Nathan, is that your recovery, though, to get one back with the team because you didn't pick Olaf Koy as your moment of the race, no?
Yeah, because Robbie beat me to the line.
All right. That's what sprinters tend to do,
Yeah,
eh?
that's true.
I would have swapped with him.